Howdy, y'all. It is Saturday morning, April 18th, and we have just finished the third of our 3 live debates. Yay! Woohoo! Everybody did great, and feedback will be coming. But I authentically thank you for being there, for allowing yourself to show up not only physically, but mentally. And there was great listening, there was great back and forth, and you did something new. For most of us, I know this was a new experience. I applaud it. It was weird. It was uncomfortable. You did it. And these are the reality. These are the tools of the 21st century educator. Okay? So, well done, team. Now, there's a lot of information I want to share with you. Some of it relates to questions I was asked in the debrief when we were finishing up the debates. Some of it is information I want you to know so that as we go through these last 2 weeks of the course, you're fully armed. First of all, today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow I am going to Irvine, along with all of the School of Education full-time faculty, because starting Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday morning, the national accreditors, the NCATE people, are coming for the final site visit. Guys, we have been working, School of Education has been working to get national board certification for our program for a solid 3 years. A solid 3 years. And all of that work, all of it, it comes to a head with the visit. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then hopefully a very glowing report on Wednesday. I'm telling you this because feedback from week 6 will probably come in a little slower than usually. Not just from me, from all your instructors right now. If you're taking other classes, we're all in Irvine for these meetings, and they're rolling meetings. Rolling. Starting at 2 o'clock tomorrow, all the way through till Wednesday morning. Emails, I probably won't be able to answer them as quickly as I usually do for the exact same reason. Rolling meetings. We're all staying in Irvine. Now, let me answer a couple questions that came in after the live debates. And I apologize, I did not answer these very eloquently when they were asked live because my head was not thinking about this. My head was focused on the debate. Here we go. In week 7, you have the opportunity to earn extra credit by turning in a draft of your paper to turn it in. There's a link in week 7. It's not me going through your paper to give you feedback on it. It's the Turnitin Dropbox, which will generate a report. I'll take a gander at the report and send that to you. You get the extra credit for doing this. What does the Turnitin report show you? It gives you a very specific breakout of what percentage of your paper matches existing resources. So typically, Turnitin gets used for plagiarism checking. That's not what this is about. But this is an opportunity for you to get a report showing, okay, so that is it. Did I cite that right? Did I cite that right? So I strongly urge people to do it so that you can have somebody else, something else, third party, neutral, technological third party, actually look at your paper and let you go back and go, ooh, I didn't cite that well, or you know what, there's too much quoting here. I should break that into a paraphrase. It looks for similarity matches. I will not be able to go through your paper there. It's not like you're turning it into me. You're turning it in to turn it in. I will look at the report and go, okay, 14% spot on, 37%, that's too much. You need to rewrite this. There's too much quoting. You've got chunks of text here that you cited as a paraphrase that really are a quote. You need to rewrite that. Excuse me. That's what this is. This is not me giving you feedback on the paper in and of itself. There's a couple reasons why I can't do that. 1, I just don't have the time. There's no way. 2, because this is your summative demonstration of mastery, I can't do that. That's not appropriate, okay? This work has been chunked out so that you've gotten feedback every step of the way. But when it comes to the actual final crafting of the paper, You can turn to your friends. You'll have to turn it in. But I really can't grade your paper before you turn in the final draft of the paper. That's where the line gets crossed. I do also want to say, and I, again, did not answer this eloquently at all when I got asked it in live debate because my head wasn't there and I just wasn't focused on this. I have made a change in this running of our class than in the previous. I also teach a lot the curriculum design course, and I say over and over, curriculum is a living thing. It's never done. You always use your experiences and the feedback. One of the things that happened the last couple times I taught this class was I found that there were parts of the rubric people really weren't paying attention to. Like they read it and then they wrote the paper and then they didn't go back. So I specifically added in, if you look at week 8, you will see, and again, I apologize for not answering this very eloquently when asked live. You are now being asked to not only in week 8 turn in your paper, but to also turn in a completed rubric of you assessing your own paper. And that is worth points. There is a reason that's there. It is there specifically to serve you. This is to ensure, to make it worthy of your time and your attention that you do, before you turn in your paper on Wednesday, please do this work, going through it with the rubric so you have one last safety net to really make sure you've answered the questions on the rubric. The rubric is your guide. The rubric isn't there to beat you up and to trip you up and to try and trick you. I want you to rock this. I want you to demonstrate mastery of understanding and expanded perspective and being able to do the kind of research that you can then juxtapose and draw conclusions from that are meaningful to you and change the way you think and you want to move forward and the way you speak. That's what this is about. You're not going to walk out of this course knowing everything in the world there is to know factually about other school systems. You don't need to, and you can't, because everything's changing while I'm standing here making this video. But if you have that mindset, that you recognize that, and you know how to find different facts that you can then juxtapose and then compare and draw your own insightful conclusions, it's empowering to you as a practitioner. Okay? So no, you're not going to walk out of here with every answer in the world. And your paper is not about being able to answer the question definitively. That's not what this is. This is not a quant paper. This is not about finding the answer. This is about exploring and seeing what is happening to then open your own perspective to different ways of thinking and being, and what could I do, or what's a different way I could consider this? This whole class, that's what this is all about. All my pushing, all my nudging, all my more questions. I want question marks. Inquiry, the key to critical thought, the key to independent critical thought that empowers actions. Affectively, emotional, value, behaviorally, waka waka, your hands, your actions, cognitively, the way you think. Okay? So, in week 8, yes, you will complete a rubric on your own paper. That is for you. That was added in for you guys. It's not one more thing added on top of you. It's to ensure that when you turn in your final paper, you are solid. And you're not going to have all the answers. You're going to hopefully walk away with insight and new ideas and even more questions. Going forward, I realize I would love to now study this. I would love to continue to research this. Okay? Because we don't take this class to be done. We take this class to empower us to go out in the world and keep learning and keep thinking and keep doing. I'm an email away. Please rely on each other. Talk to each other. You're a group. You're a cadre. You're a bunch of peers now. You've all worked together. You've lived through the battle. You survived the live debates. You've got the threaded discussion board. You can email each other. All right? Here we go. What would Wooden do? Wooden would say, stick together, guys. You can do this. Deep breath. We're heading into the home stretch. Truly, I am an email away, but like I said, this next week is going to be utterly insane. Know that all your professors will probably be a little slower than normal responding to you. Oh, there was one last thing I had to say. They are sending out the English. They are sending out the student opinion survey links sometime in the next day or two. That's what they said. Guys, this is uncomfortable. I always feel like I'm pandering, but we're supposed to do it. Please do fill them out, and please do be genuine. They are read by the dean. They are part of our annual evaluation. The comments are taken very seriously. The numbers are taken seriously. The information that's asked, not just about us as individual instructors, but also about the course design. Please, just be honest. It's all I ask. Be genuine. I know I have a light tone, and sometimes I can be very glib. And so sometimes that humor comes across in the way my students write their responses. Like there's the famous story of, there was a student I used to always call Nut Bar, and she used to say, if I'm the Nut Bar, then you're the queen. And then on this comment, she wrote, Queen Nut Bar, blah, blah, blah. And the dean was like, really? Would you like to explain this one? I was like, it's a term of endearment. So please just be genuine. That's all I ask. Bye, guys. See you online.